Hello there, this is Draco, and we are back again, and we're gonna do a league with the Dallas list once more. Last time we had a 3-2 running mono blue Merfolk, a great list that was really performing well, and we're just gonna take it back just to have another see if this is the way to go right now. The reason why I like the list so much is because it's really clean. You have a lot of 4-offs. If you look on into the list here, you have 4 Tideshippers, 4 Ether Vials, 4 Certificate Adepts, 2 Sprincies. That's the only thing that's a 2 of, and that's because they are like Tideshipper 5 and 6. But then you have all 8 Lords, 4 Lord of Lances, 4 Master of Imperial Tron, 4 Tricksters, 4 Force Negation, 4 Sphere Loons, and 4 Subtlety. So I like how clean it is. We do have a good sideboard again. We got different kinds of options. 2 Chalice of the Void against the Cascade decks. Relics. Maybe we could consider running a bit of unlicensed hearse action. Maybe that's consideration having 2 of those in there. But I also do like the relics. But let's just get into the action. We just want to play some magic right away. Let's do it. Boom! Right into round 1. And right away we're up against Clayface, which is showcasing Yorion. Yorion is all over the place right now. It's all over the map. And we need to be able to have a game against the Yorion decks. Salt is a good way to start. This is a little nice part about this hand. The 4-color deck is really, really good. But I think we can beat it. And salting on one of their... Oof, what a great draw. Beautiful. I was considering, should we just run out the aggressive Tideshipper early? But this is much better. Now I want to draw the 3rd land so we can resolve Sphere Loon on 3. Just a Mutterball next turn would be nice. And we're going to try to see if we can annoy their mana base. Wow, okay. It's not the classical 4-color. This is a Yorion version, Blink Rectus, or Boros. I've seen this list before. Interesting tech. We have this list, I've seen this before. I think it's the... yeah, I'm not quite sure here. I think there's a consideration to subtlety. If you touch them next turn, they'll just be able to resolve whatever creature this is. And I don't really know if they're running, Fury main deck here. Yeah, I am in doubt. What should we do here? It's difficult choice. Solitating here is really aggressive, and it's like it's just coming back this guy. And look at how relaxed he is. The problem is that maybe the Solitating doesn't get any better. Yeah, it will. It will at some point. It's like the... I'm just like, if this is like card of complete, we can't raise card of complete here. We're just gonna get burned alive by it. And we can't do anything about it if that comes in next turn. This hand is so bad against card of complete. I think I wanna Solitating, because I think if this is just resulting in card of complete next turn, we can't do anything about it. And the Sphere Loons are not looking hot. Let's try it out. I get the thumbs up in chat from Fnatic, thank you, man. I agree with you. Temper them out. Still gonna try to deny them red here. He took it on the top. That's not crazy. This is an interesting draw. Lord Ace agrees with the choice. That's nice. But I think it was a difficult call, you know. Let's see if it's card complete. Sort of fine, nice. That's also a really good card, but at least it's a bit too slow right now. Let's draw the land here. So let's see. Okay, then we can just. I think we should just double Lord. Okay. He's evoking his solitude. This is where we also are evoking our solitude. Or our subtlety. What is this, you know, crazy stuff here. The solitude is coming back. It was put on top here. That's a problem because then he could use the solitude to remove the master, which would mean that his sort of fire and ice can kill off the other lord. But we do have a really good swing turn here. Here comes the sword. So he's got a really good turn next turn. Another solitude. Okay. So we need to draw a lord here. Lord have mercy. Okay, now he's depleted his hand, and I've depleted mine. I'm gonna keep this on 2. That's such a beautiful draw. I really love it. This is like game-winning good draw, because when he uses his entire turn to attach the sword here, we can then tap it down. All this is fine, but he is dead unless he needs to jump with the Giver of Runes here. Gonna kill this in 2 for the Adept still. Woodwalls is decent. Jump, jump. Now he's on 2, so Moonwall is also lethal. He's gonna draw a card, kill the master, but he needs to attack doing it. Oh yeah, the Moonwall can actually block the Stoneforge. That's even more cray-cray. And we got it. So this is like, it seems like it's like hate bears, right? Yeah, it's like a red version of headbears. Which means that the subtlety is looking good with all the solitudes, but the force negation does not look good. They are putting in a lot of removal spells. They have Path to Exile, and they probably also have something like Skyclave Aberration. Which means that actually I think the Kira could be pretty decent. Also the Svedun is a bit worse against exile effects, so you can tune a bit around here. We saw the Ursa Saga, and against Ursa Saga we want to have in the Spring Season. I was glad that she showed us the Ursa Saga. Against Sword of Fire and Ice I also want the Brazen Burrows. And against these creature decks I want the Dismembers as well. So this is 60 cards. It's fine. Tempo, Fnatic, I agree. Boom. We won it from the tempo. The sand is fine. We have. It's a bit slow. It's a bit slow, but we'll manage here. If we just top deck the Ether Vial here, this hand is amazing. He has his own Ether Vial. So all said and done, we are now agreeing that this is a really cool brew, but I think he's running a variation of humans. Yorion humans. It's kind of crazy. I don't think I've seen that before. Ether Vial? I would just want to get out the Mimic here. I find that a lot of the time when I have cards like draws like this where it's 3 blue sources and and I could be using Mimic later, I always am excited when I find that I'm satisfied with myself that I used the Mimic early as a land instead. The risk of getting flooded is nothing compared to the other problem. Okay, here comes the Mystic. Sword of Fire and Ice. Good thing we have the Brazen Burrow here. That's also some way of getting out there. So now we just want to play out Adept. Let's see. Yeah, I agree. This is like a brewer. And don't we agree that we also saw the... so Lord A says that he's been Googling and Yorion doesn't show up in Boros shells, so this is kind of crazy. And I think it's a Brewmaster here. Okay, this is annoying because now our Kira costs, you know, our Spring Seas, or our Prince Borrow costs more, and the Spring Seas cost more. I think there's a line I like. See it here. Too late here. I think playing Kira is nice. It means that we will be hit one time by the sword, but the sword can't kill one of our creatures. It can of course break the Kira shield, and if he has another removal spell, he'll be able to take it out. But if it's a Solitude, we can counter it. And then we are pretty much open for business next turn, where we'll be able to, because, you know, using our entire turn on petty thefting, he'll just do it next turn again. I think it's better to play the Kira. I'm gonna tap out, so I'm not gonna tap with Mutavault anyways. I talked myself into this play. Yeah. Better Skull. Okay. It's getting interesting. So racing is off the table. Kira is somewhat nullifying the value of the other card here, and Battle Skull is of course annoying. You can bounce the gym token. At some point you can just, you know, okay, it's coming in now. What I'm hoping for is that he's going all in. And equipping something here and attacking, and then trying to break the Kira shield, and then trying to Solitude afterwards. Oh, Aberration. If he has Aberration here, we are done for. Oh, that's so good. Well played by him, man. Okay, we have to take it here. Jeesh. That's a really well played by him, I would really say. Okay, not out this yet. We have to bounce this now. So I think what we do is that we just play down Mutavault, then Ether Vial. No, it costs one more. Chalice really hammering us hard here. Wow, this card is really annoying right now. Okay, so we need to just pass him a Brazen Borrow. I think he is too far ahead here. Too demanding board, too strong here. And this is coming up to Solitude range soon. Oh, okay, he didn't. Tap it out, that's scary. Another Skyclave. That's actually pretty good for us. That's a good Magus here. Yeah. I think he got it. So we saw a bit more. I think the Shadow Spear is a signal that he has the Ursa Saga, which means I want to have the Spring Season there. what did I see other than that? I saw Talia, which is something we can't really do anything about. The Ether Vial is not coming out no matter what. And I still think the Brazen Borrow is pretty good, right? I don't think I want to do anything differently. Maybe this Sphere Loon is better than first anticipated, because that's something that can block. Not even when they have sword, you know, it's just like sort of Fire and Ice is just so good in this matchup here. The only thing I want to consider is having more Sphere Loons in there. But Solitudes is good when they're running the Solitudes. Tricksters are good. We just cut one of the Masters for one of the Sphere Loons. Small changes. Let's play. This hand is really not exciting. It does allow us to have an early Dismember. But it's really slow. Okay, so we can Mimic on one and then we have the Dismember up. I think I'm gonna keep it. I'm not excited about this hand. Yeah, I agree. We'd be too greedy to not do it. I think we're gonna Mimic here because we want to crack the Water Groves later on. This card can also be good against them at some point. Good point there, Fnatic. We could have considered keeping the Mimic to copy the Master. That would have been better. And we could also have dismembered the Runes Giver here. I don't think we need to do this now. Let's just pass here. I agree. I was just zoned in on just playing down the Mimic on one. Stoneforge. Okay. Okay, I think we want to play down the Sphere Loon, and then we can dismember the Give Off Runes next turn. Yeah, I think that you're absolutely right. The Mimic would have been better. Then we have also Mimic in hand here instead of the island would have just been so much better, because then we could have already killed off the Give of Runes at this moment here. Okay. That's an interesting line. Let's play down this one first. we're gonna attack here with this member up. Double dismember, that's pretty cool. Killing the Get Rid of Rules now. And then whatever he chooses to equip. Next turn we can also mimic the master here. Nothing, okay. It's really suspect. So we're gonna use the island to play it here. And we're gonna attack with the team. And this is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So he is dead here. But he's gonna put into with Stone or something. So here comes a Better Skull. And I can then dismember the Better Skull. Before it blocks. We took it down. And we are up in the league 2-1 against a really cool Boros Bounce Yorion deck here. Let's see if we can get a nice game 2. We'll be right back for round 2 here. Back for round 2, let's do this. We're up against Joseph, and Joseph is just chilling, hanging back here. I can see him thinking about a lot of other things in Magic, and his lack of focus will be his undoing. This hand is bad. I think I want to keep it anyways, even though it's pretty bad, but you know, having an early Force Negation to protect anything here and then resolving a Sway Loon on 3 is fine, but this is really like slow. And I'm like sometimes thinking we should be mulliganing to get our Ether Wilds. Then again, cards like Force Negation makes this a bit rough to mulligan because these cards is so costly. So having a functional hand here, I think it's going to be fine. I think Joseph finally got his attention to the game. Let's see what we're up against here. Also nice to, you know, fun to see what the first card is. Okay. A 60 cards hand with this one. So it's the Omnath 60 cards Omnath list. I've seen this list around. That was not the draw we wanted here. We really need to draw a blue card next turn, so we can protect this Sway Loon. There is a 60 cards on that deck. It did great in the tournament last weekend. Okay. What is this now? Running Otavara and Kate Ketra in the same list. Maybe it's also like something like Blue Living End. Yeah, maybe it's Blue Living End. With a bad draw. crashing footfalls. Whatever it is, I think I want to run out the Svelun. Because if it's living end, it's like... You know... if it's living end, they can't run counter spells at all. And that could be why they're not using any spells yet. If it's elementals, it's much more likely that they have the Yorion, and then they don't even have counterspell. So I think I shouldn't overthink this. I should just try to running out the Svelun. That's an alternative line. Trying to mana deny him here. But I think Svelun is still better, because if he resolves... If it's living end... If it's living end, it's actually really nice to get this one out, because it's two of the you know, most important lands. I think I'm gonna attack no matter what I do here, so let's just start by doing that. Mana denying them right now, right here, is pretty good. But getting a Svelun right now, right the second, is also pretty good. But then again, in this matchup, Touch-Up doesn't get any better than this here. I want to mana deny him. If it's living end, this could be really, really crucial. Then he can only play the Chalice Agent if he has exactly a Greed Source. And he's 2 mana away from playing Violent Outburst, so that's not coming in. So that's why I think this card, this play is pretty good if it's living end. Or, I mean, Rhinos. It's probably Rhinos if it's a Cascade deck. That's a pretty good card. Not gonna lie. Of course, against Rhinos, that would be the reason why you shouldn't, you know, do that. Okay, let's see if he has the Wild Outburst right here. He's gonna play it upkeep. He did not. Wild Outburst here would also be nice. But this deck, it's only, you know, 2 4/4s he's getting. And we are unblockable here. So it's not the worst. We can't count this because it's in our own turn. And next turn we can hit him for a lot. And start untapping it. So I think Manamo could be really important here. Lord 8 says, man, I hate Fury. Fury is a beating, I must say. Tricks is also pretty cool. So I can play down the Lord, attack on tap, and activate Wunderwall to make it indestructible. If that needs to be done. That's a relatively vulnerable line. Alternatively, I can just attack and then tap it, one of them down with Trickster. I think that's better. I don't want to attack with Wunderwall at this moment. I just want to get the card draw from Svalun here. And this is also good because I'm able to hold up my force negation now. Petty theft. Okay, I think I want to counter that. Then also gets exiled, so he can't play it again. Okay, double Lord next turn. And now we're gonna tap down one of the rhinos. Tapping a rhino here is pretty nice. And then double Lord to hit him for a lot of damage. If we draw land, we can even attack with everything, which is like lethal. This is where we don't want him to hardcast a Fury. Okay, if we draw land, we're still pretty good, right? No, then it's not enough. Man, double Fury. So we need to double jump here. Double Lording, then this can trade here, and then one of the Lords, double Lord can trade there, and then we take 4. I think that's the right play. We're definitely on the back foot suddenly. Fury is definitely a good card. If he has one more removal spell, we're done. Okay, he's not playing fast, which means that he's not... maybe he doesn't have the, you know, removal spell. The Fury is a good magic card. Okay, Joseph, you do you. Okay, he's tapping something. Otavara is being tapped. And he's gonna tap this one. That's pretty good play. Why didn't he just do that really fast? That's a perfect line. Which means that now I'm dead. Why? Okay, so yeah. Maybe he thought that I had a. Yeah, okay. Good play. Let's say we have no chance here because we need to jump. So yeah. Okay, Rhinos. I think we like Chalice. Those are great. We can also put in Bridge Burrows. Kiras are pretty nice against Furies as well. I don't like dismembers against this in this matchup here. When we put it in Chalice, I think we want to cut the Tide Shapers. They are not at its best in this matchup. Either Vials is still fine because you want to play them fast before the Chalice anyways. And it doesn't really matter topping them late. The Spring Season is not interesting either. So I think we're just going to cut the Spring Season and then take in the Kiras. I think this is fine. We need the Force Negation to counter the whatever he does with the cascade things if we don't have the Chalice. So I think we still want to keep in the 4 Force Negation, and we want the 4 Salties against Fury. Fury really got us there. If we played the Svelun in the first round instead, he would still be able to Fury, but he wouldn't have gotten such a good score out of it. So even though I think it was a decent line to go for the mana denial strategy with the Tide Shaper, I think that that deck having 4 Fury in the main is enough for us to be not doing exactly that. And we are back here. We want to play first. Yes, this hand will do. There's consideration for just resolving another Ether Vial next turn instead of playing the Adept. That means that we could relatively fast having the the Kira up and running. But the good thing about resolving here is we will be fast at getting the Kira down. We could also do that next turn. I think maybe it would have been better to play the play the Ether Vial. It would have been better to play the Ether Vial. Oh my god. That's of course a consideration. Really rough. Good play by him. Mystical Dispute of course is great. There are 4 mystical disputes from the sideboard. could be fire and ice here. Yeah, fire and ice, okay. Stomp. Yeah. This feels like a bad set of plays here. If we had played the Ether Vial instead of the Glass Spinner here and just played this one out here, now we can resolve a big one. All of this is great for him. But what a, you know, great draw by him as well. But we do have the Brazen Borrower next turn. I think we want to put this one up so we can get in the Kira here right on time. Let's just play it down anyways. Then we Brazen Borrower one of the Rhinos and take 6 damage here. We should have done that in our own turn here. Yeah, should have done it on our own turn here, so Mystical Dispute here, maybe. Oh, we got it here. Actually, so Lord Ace asks us how much I played this matchup. And actually, I've been playing it a lot 1 or 2 months back, but I really haven't been playing it in the last couple of months. I don't know, maybe I'm just not meeting the matchup that often. I know it's still popular. The games I normally play against them, I think I have a really decent shot. You know, bounce effects on the Rhinos is like, okay, so since we can tempo them out, these two 4/4s is not as groundbreaking as the Living End version of it. So we want to get this up here to 2. Now we have Trickster, and I actually think I want to put this up because of the Subtlety. But then again, we do have Kira. Sverloon. Let's keep it here. We have 4 Sverloons, right? Yeah. Yeah, and they are not close to being able to cast it. Okay, they can cast the Bone Crusher Giant in the next turn, but they didn't do it here. Yeah. Keeping it on 3 is the right play. Here comes the Violent Outburst, by the way, but no. We have the... Damn, then the Subtlety comes in. That's unfortunate. I think our, you know, Cascade card here is nice. Okay. We should be siding in Spell Pierce in this matchup, I think. No, I passed through it. So stupid. Good sequencing from him. Unfortunately. What can we do here? Tap down one, take too much. That was a rough one. We'll be right back for round 3. Okay, round 3, and of course, if you like what I do here, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/c/Dracowing. Do that. This hand is fine because of the added, otherwise I'm not excited about it. But I think we'll keep it. And Fnatic, I agree with you. We should have gotten the spell pierces in. I'm wondering what we should take out at that moment. If there's just an argument for cutting a couple of lords, we should definitely have brought in spell pierces. And I think the Kiras are decent against the Fury, but maybe that's too slow and it'll just be run over. You're really cutting down mimics. Yeah. This dude. Okay. I'm gonna counter this. We can't get hit by the Ragavan here. Which, I think we showed him the master, right? Yeah, but I think I'm gonna throw away the Lord of Atlantis anyways. If he finds... you know, any lords. Okay, so it's coming in anyway. Why is it coming in anyway? It's because he has a Ragavan in hand that he can dash. Then the Trickster is better. Maybe the Trickster is just better. You know, we can dash in Ragavan, kill off my master. And with no early Dragon Rage channel, I don't think the Trickster is that necessary here. So this is where we might get Archmage Charmed. He definitely have a counterspell here, right? But not playing anything because he has a counterspell is not, you know, winning us the game. Essentially, we could just hit for 2 and hold up Force Negation. But what are we countering? You know, I'm counting. I think it's better just to Lord, but I think he's probably gonna have a counterspell here. But otherwise, we still do the damage. Yeah, it's a good point from Fnatic in the chat here that we shouldn't let him, you know, just sit with the charm and be ready to do that. Okay, our problem is that he could be resolving a big Murktide soon. Express Federation. I'm wondering if we can afford to counter this. I don't think we can. We're gonna lose all our pressure then. There's an argument to throwing everything on the table here, but then we need to top deck something like Svaelun exactly. But again, what good is a Lord play next turn? I don't think I want to count this yet. The real DK213. Maybe DK means. There's an argument for countering, but then you're you know all in on Merfolk Trickster and a Mutavault, right? With him on 14 HP. He didn't find a land. We did. But you can see that the Lord is also really important against the Murktide, because this is what allows us to get around it. And throwing that away here, then we would have really little action. But maybe he can kill the Lord here. We need to top deck another Lord. Okay. He did play a land here, so it's not looking good for him. And it goes to sideboarding. Maybe we test out the Chalice sideboard strategy against Murktide. That's also one of the reasons why Hearse is better than the Relic, right? We should have Hearse instead. If you have the Hearse in the sideboard, the Chalice on 1 is much less negative. I think I want to wait on the Chalice on 1 because the Chalice on 1 is so bad on the draw. And we're on the draw now. So we're going to take in Brazen Borrows, we're going to take in the Relics and the Dismembers. We're going to take out our Force Negations, and we're going to take out the Spreading Seas. We still like the Tide Taper because they are just early blockers. And then we're gonna cut one more card. Maybe we just cut one of the Masters or Lords. Chalice is good against the Murktide. Masters is good in this matchup though, but okay, this is decent. We have an early Dismember, and we have Ether Vial. Okay, that's gonna hurt him here. Recommend. Okay, we can kill that right away. And we are gonna do that. Next turn he can protect with the counter magic and stuff like that. So we need to not be greedy here. Maybe we have the Legislator here. Another Ragvan, okay. That's kind of unfortunate. That was perfect draw here. Let's play down the Ether Vial first to see if he Spell Pierces this. He would if he had a Spell Pierce. He did not. Who is the control player now? The Murktide is gonna kill us in one swing now. Okay. You don't want me to have the Ether Vial. Okay, I see, I see. Lord A says that is aggressive. It's really aggressive. So my thinking here is that he wanted to crack it in our end step, but he wanted to see if he can counter something first. But if he counters my Silver Adept, am I really that sorry about that? I just think I just pass, let him crack it, then have the Trickster up. But I think we need the Trickster more than we need the Adept here. So let's just play down this one, showing the let's show the Master. Such an annoying card. See, we could draw a land here. A Mutavault would be great. No. I think I want to get the Ether Vial down here, also because we could be Mystical Spirit again here. He is definitely all in on this strategy here. Okay. I think we'll now just start playing Lords. I don't want to sit and hold up Trickster. You can see that if he used one of these cards a bit differently, he would have been able to kill like 5 cards with 1 card. Maybe he'll win on it. Luckily we have the Brazen Borrow for his Murktide. Wow, this is amazing. Look at this. Okay. 0 cards in hand. The Trickster is good against the Dragon's Channeler. You can only exile 1 card now. So we need to Brazen Borrow and take the damage here. This is definitely coming down as a land here. Yeah, I think we wanna kill the Dragon's Channeler with Trickster first, and then take the 5 damage going down to 7, and then we can Brazen Borrow our next turn, and hopefully also resolve a Lord. I agree. That's the right line. I was like, this Trickster is great against both these cards, but much better against the Dragon's Channeler. Hopefully it doesn't top deck our removal spell here. we found it. That was pretty rough, but we're still in it here, have a fighting chance. It's not looking hot though. He just played again here and even have, you know, so it's gonna be like still pretty big. If we had that one, if he didn't top deck the removal spell from the cracked Fire Eyed, that was pretty nice of him to crack that Fire Eyed, so well done. If we could have killed off the Dragon Channeler and then bounced this one here, we would have been on 5 here. He would still have resolved the 5/5. Okay, so we're gonna attack here with the Lord. He can't block it. And then he's on 10. We can Brazen Borrower, go down to... If he doesn't get his Delirium... If he gets Delirium, we can't do anything. But he's 2 cards away from Delirium. That's a way to get Delirium, of course. Yeah, this is just a value engine. You can just build us also. Well done by the man. Okay, so 1-1. He had everything. I think I want to test out running the Hearse instead of Relics, at least 2. And then in this matchup, you could be doing something like, you know, having the Chalice in. And let's try to get the Chalice in there, and then we can. But all our 1-drops is just so good against him. I think if I want to go for the Chalice plan, you know, cutting down to 2 Hearse here, and then these 4. I also have a lot of removal for Kira. There's many cards that's good in this matchup here. Okay, Fnatic, I will try. But what do you say about all of these weird cards over here then? Are we cutting any of the cards that's 1-drops? Are we maybe cutting a couple of Tide Shapers? Because what do we do to make room for Chalice? And Chalice on 1 also makes us counter this. So you would cut a couple of Mimics for the Chalices and then just risk having too many 1-drops you can't cast yourself. Okay. Let's try that. We got the Chalice. I think this is pretty cool because now we can play the Vial and then the Chalice. We gotta test it out here. Hang on a second. Okay, so in order to make this work here, we need to make our own construct post-it note saying that we have a Chalice for 1. Bam! Chalice. Chalice for 1. And I'm gonna put this right on my screen here. So don't remember that I have a Chalice for 1. It's right on the screen. Okay. I often forget that I have a Chalice in 1. I think we still play it here because he will get to hit us here with Ragvan. But the problem with playing the Adept, we can't even play the Adept, so whatever. Chalice for 1. But he can play Mistress Bauble. Look at him hit our Svaelun now. Then we will have to Solitude, right? No, they said, damn, we should have Chalice for 0. Okay. Okay. So Trickster is not so exciting. Is this gonna hit us for 2 every turn? I think I'll allow it. It's it's the same blocking it with this goddamn Adept here, so we can't really counter it. That would be insane. Yeah, I think as Svaelun I would do it and then play it. Yeah, but I put this big sign up on my screen saying Chalice, so I won't be able to do so. I wouldn't do that. Okay. I think I want a double Adept here, in fact, actually, because now I can do it for free because he can't play any 1-mana spells, so I can do it without getting hassled here. Yeah, exactly. We'll start by vialing Adepts, drawing a perfect card. Not the greatest cards here. Okay. No attacks, that's good for us. We're just gonna keep this on 2. If we draw another Adept, we have 3 more in the deck. And that's 1 there. I think it's our time to attack now. We want to hold up Solitude mana now, because he can hardcast Fury next turn. So vialing for the adept makes us get some sort of creature like a lord here, but I don't think we want to risk not being able to play the subtlety. So let's just attack. I agree with the guys in the chat here, because I was also considering attacking with 1, but then he just traded with the trickster, and then that's just over with. So we pass here. Okay. Otavara on the Chalice for 1. Now he can do stuff for an entire turn. I think I want to try to subtlety this. He can probably just counter it. But then he uses his entire turn and can't play more 1-drops. If you want to tap out to counter this, then we can just Chalice again. Okay, he didn't. He took it on top and plays another one, okay. Why would he put that on top? He topped with 2 more. That must be a mistake. He doesn't have Delirium. So oh, okay, that's why he topped. He topped because he needed to surveil that to the yard to get Delirium. No, he doesn't have Delirium still. So he needs to get 2 in the yard. That's a risk, high risk play, and he whiffed. Good for him. What a ridiculous play. Now he's attacking in, and now we can do this play. I'm gonna remove this one, this Chalice, until I put the Chalice down on 1 again. Watergrove is fine here. But now we can finally play out our Vial. And we can even play out another Vial if we want to. I agree it's better just to have 1, but I think actually it makes sense to Lord at Adept hit for 3 here. And then the Subtlety, maybe that's not too hot to attack here. So we put this one down. So we put, I think it makes sense to put the Lord down here for down to 10. Then we can block this one here. Yeah, okay, you can agree with that. Yeah, let's just attack with both, I agree. It's not getting better, this one here. We're gonna crack anyways to get the info, because let's say we crack and top deck a Sphere Loon, then we want to get the Chalice up to 3 here. And now the Chalice for 1, it's back. Ledger Shredder. Sideshaper is good because then we can get that in from Vial. We're gonna stick this one up, and this one's gonna stay on 2. Trix's perfect draw here. Let's attack with both. The reason why I want to attack with both is that if he is afraid to block here because of the Lord. Yeah, look, he was afraid to block here. And then we can Trickster and Sideshaper. And we're going to block the Dragon Race Channel coming in. Looking up this one here, and we won the match. I gotta give it to Fnatic. He was all in on the plan here about getting Chalice of the Void in against this deck here. I actually think this is the reason why I wanna adjust the sideboard to have the hearse in there. Maybe you have, instead of 3 relics, you have 1 relic and 2 hearse, and then you put down only the 2 hearse in this matchup here. I was impressed. You are absolutely right, Fnatic. Thank you for that. And for you guys watching the video on YouTube, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'll be back to finish up this run really soon. This was fun to see Chalice of the Void being a big thing against Murktide. That could actually work. So thanks for watching, and we'll be tuning in next time.